It's Tuesday night.
And we have a fantastic night ahead of us. We are actually releasing the third part of the Kundran trilogy, the 69 minutes trombone concerto by Christian Lindberg, who is actually not with us tonight right here, but because he is playing his great concerto recital with Mr. Roland Pöntinen up in the very far north of Sweden, in Piteå at the Festspelen, after a long quarantine thing from the coronavirus and so on. But we will have his trombone tip, and we will have some fantastic guests here with us tonight. And of course, the release, which we will talk about later. So, first of all, the Kundran trilogy, as we talked about last week, will have its finale tonight. Excuse me?
Yes, I heard the show was Christian Lindberg free tonight. It's the Christian free edition.
Well, sort of, but how did you manage to...
Well, I got my sources. I feel like I'm just as well can take over the show if he's not here. Is he in Iceland or?
Yeah, no. He's in Piteå. Do you know where that is?
Peter, I thought it was in Iceland because they could use another volcano there. He can go off anytime with that thin crust he has on his head. You know, it can explode anytime.
Yes, and sorry, your name is Ronaldo. Shouldn't you be playing in the European?
No, it's a tribute. It's a tribute. Ronaldo scored twice tonight, and I think that's brilliant. He's not many people know that, but Ronaldo is also a brilliant trombone player. He's not just a forward; he's a trombone player. When he was a kid, he played the trombone. He's actually from Madeira, not on the mainland, but Madeira. And Funchal is the capital of Madeira, and he played in the school band there, trombone, second trombone. This is
Mr.
true.
Ronaldo, I think that the security people here are trying to...
Can I just say that we have out now a Christian Lindberg free version of Brass Bones. It's only $4.99. It will ship on Amazon tonight, $4.99 only.
Goodbye,
Trombone
Mr.
free version of
Ronaldo.
Brass Bones.
Goodbye. Really sorry, music lovers. That guy keeps showing up. Really sorry. I apologize. We are now going to, not really live, but the pre-recorded trombone tip of the night. And I think that Maestro Lindberg will talk about legato playing. And we had some emails coming in this week about not legato really, but vibrato playing. So tonight's trombone tip would be about vibrato. So give a warm hand to Mr. Christian Lindberg.
Hello there. Seeing that when you're now right is doing a concert in I am Piteå Festspel in Sweden together with Roland Pöntinen. It's our 40th anniversary program. So the trombone tip is recorded beforehand here, and it's Leif L who is asking me how to practice the vibrato. So I'm going to go into this a little bit. When it comes to vibrato, I was told by my teacher that I have a very beautiful vibrato, so we should work on it. The problem is that when I started to work on it, it was no longer a beautiful vibrato. So my approach to vibrato is this. Think about a long note, just a simple long note. That is the essence of this note, trombone note. Pure, beautiful. What you do with this note is your identity. So you can feel free to do whatever you like. of course, we as a human beings, we have a tendency to copy other people. But in general, technically, the way I play vibrato is by using the lip a little bit. Just like this. And the speed of the vibrato can be different on all kinds. It's like choosing different colors when you make a painting. This painting by my colors. That's a lot of, for instance, over there. So if you think of something very, very beautiful, you see, I play absolutely straight notes there, but I'm phrasing it a little bit. But when I come to towards the end, I choose to make a little bit whoa. And I think the only way you can create a vibrato that fits is to go to what you hear. You can also imagine, like when you have between two notes, for instance. Let's do this one. I use those and then a small glissando up, or portamento they call it. That could also be part of it. So the essence of it is, how do you practice vibrato? Well, you practice it by not really practicing it, but investigating it and looking into it, trying to get a kind of color that is yours. Technically, as I said, it's very simple. It's just with the lips. There are other ways to do it. For instance, of course, in jazz. That's the Tommy Dorsey vibrato, just a slide vibrato. And then there is one that Jay Friedman was using for Lars-Erik Larsson, for instance. You push it with the air. I have been trying a few of those out, and it seems that a combination of them works the best. I hope that answered your questions. That was 5 minutes. Have a good evening.
Fantastic. Thank you, Christian. Welcome, Fredrik.
Hey, hello. I'm just I have to change my name, I think. So
Oh, you're not.
Oh,
there was a horrible person just now who entered the firewall.
yeah, I had to kick him out of my house. He's terrible.
Fredrik,
when he drinks alcohol. What?
Let me ask you, Fredrik. You are not only a great composer, you're a professor in composition and so forth. You are very responsible for the release for the upcoming release tonight, the Kundran, the third part, because you produced and filmed a lot of the material for the movie Kundran, didn't you?
Yes, I did. I've worked with film and video as a sort of a progression for classical concert music for many, many years. And very early on, we did this Brass Bones movie that Christian starred in, among other brass players from all over the world. And when Christian asked me to produce the Kundran in the same fashion or in the same way, it was hard to resist. So I brought him up here in the north, and we found some spectacular sights and filmed. We made a very easy or a very simple script following the music. I mean, it's basically a music video, but that sort of is to how do you say that? To emboss the very story of the original plot in Christian's concertos.
Because it's a very special plot, actually. I think we're going to just watch a little clip from it, a little excerpt. I think it's from your neighborhoods, actually, up in the Dead Falls, Döda Fallet. See if this works.
There's no sound, however, Pat.
I better get out of here. Quickly!
Yes, quite some extraordinary music and fantastic video and playing. Welcome, Beatrice.
Thank you. Thank you.
How are you?
Now I'm very well. Something happened.
Okay.
I'm out of space.
Beatrice, you are a pastor, a Methodist minister,
Yeah.
and you know everything from the heavens to hell.
Well, as lot as you know, I don't know anything more. Maybe I read some about it, but I don't know anything more.
but you know Christian.
I know Christian angels.
Yeah,
I know Christian angels, and in Christianity, we have angels in the monotheistic religions, and it starts in Zoroastrism. Help me. Zoroastrian.
From okay, Zoroastrism. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's where it starts, and they have some kind of images that are like angels, and then we come to Judaism, they will have angels before Judaism is a monotheistic religion. They have some kind of angels that will help people on earth. But when we come into Judaism is having one archangel, and that is Michael. It's not Gabriel as we see Gabriel, but Michael is the archangel, and he tells the truth of God to people. He's the truth he says the truth to people. And then we come to Christianity, and in Christianity, angels bear messages. They always have done, but it's very special. And there is no hierarchy, but there is a difference in between God and good and bad angels. And we have devil, and we have the good ones. And there is no difference of sex, no male and female. Or if there is a difference, sometime it's of course a male angel. It's not a female angel then, but it's a male angel. And the angel
in Kundran, this is very interesting. Christian has put in this guy Kundran, or this creature, and he walks along and becomes like he's done some bad things, especially in the in the first part, and now he is sort of guided by these angels, but one of them seems to be, I mean, the fallen angel, the Lucifer, the Beelzebub, you know, kärt barn har många namn. You know, why are we so fascinated by this Lucifer creature? I mean, what is it about him?
I really, it's very interesting because it's the bad and the good, and we are in dualism, and Christianity and all the monotheistic religions have dualism within, and we are dualistic as persons. So we have to have something that we could look into ourselves through, and maybe he is the image for that. And actually, Lucifer is of light, essentially, from the beginning. He's of light. And then he falls, and he falls when he isn't satisfied when God makes human beings, and he's not going to have free will any longer, and that is a problem for us as well. We don't have free will, or do we have free will? We don't know that.
Very good question. And in this case, in the end of Kundran tries to kill Lucifer, but he doesn't. The angels encourage him to cut his wings instead, and that's very symbolic in the way you're speaking, of course. That you can't really take away the evil, but you have to limit it in yourself somehow.
You have to take responsibility for it. You have to take responsibility for your life. And when you meet evil things or the devil, if you call it the devil or Lucifer or whatever you could call it, you have to take responsibility within yourself. I believe no one is born with evil. That is my faith. That is my faith. A little baby can't be born in sin. A baby is a creation of God in my way of thinking. And so that is. But when we get into our lives, we meet a lot of bad things and evil things, and then when we grow up and we have got a brain to think with, and then we have to take responsibility for what we are meeting in our lives, and use that for a good purpose. We meet evil a lot, all of us.
That's very interesting.
I think that can I just say something here, Per? I think that evil is synonymous with egoism in a way, or the ego.
It is.
And I think that because I reacted once on a package of butter was spread, as the Americans say, that it said nature is good. No, it's not. Nature is nature.
Nature is
nature. It's neither good or bad. It's not evil. It's not good. It's just nature.
True.
You should ask the cows. We have a.
Can I just say before you show the clip, but the way I used, did sort of characterize the angels in Christian's piece filmically was I did them all as females. So all the
you did.
All the angels in the Kundran movies are female. Yeah.
So why is that?
It just fit. It was just perfect. We had these talented opera singers. Actually, they don't sing, but they do a very good. There's some. How do you call that when choir talking? They're talking rhythmically.
Yeah.
And they just did it perfectly. So
that's why they are female by now.
So from now on, the angels are female.
You're very
music lovers. We have a special guest. One more special guest. It's Lorinas from the Lithuanian National Symphony Orchestra. Hello, Lorinas. Can you hear us?
There. Hello, everyone.
Hello. Welcome to the show. You are highly responsible for participating in this fantastic recording of Kundran. First of all, how is the COVID in Lithuania? Are you start to having concerts again, or can you see the light in the tunnel?
It's getting pretty well now. It's concerts are on and people are out and everybody's enjoying life again. So let's hope that's gonna stay for a while, at least summer. You never know what's gonna happen in autumn, but yeah, it seems good now.
Great. And you, I mean, it's a couple of years ago, but you were playing in the orchestra when this will happen with Christian?
Yes, I did. Yes,
yeah.
and I saw myself just in a video clip before, with the mix from the orchestra and Mr. Lindberg playing there, and I was there, like pushing the valves, the buttons from the trumpet. So that was me. I recognized myself.
As a brass player.
Yeah.
Does he really know to score for trumpet? Is it properly written trumpet part?
It's good. He definitely knows about trumpet for sure, and it was quite demanding some places, and some solos and some physical moments. But it was it's very fun and innovative. I would say, like a piece. The sound is pretty cool, and we enjoyed it very much. And he, of course, Christian is quite a character, and it was a fantastic experience.
That's great. Fredrik, you're a fantastic composer, of course, filmmaker, and you're a producer, but you're also a rock and roll musician.
Yes.
And and I when I was thinking about the Angels, I came to think about this. I mean, all the music history from even the 300s and so on. I think Angels had influenced the art and the music. But you, as a rock and roll musician, how has the Angels in somewhat changed in rock and roll? Are they good, or can you say bad things about Angels these days in your songs, maybe?
I actually haven't written any songs about angels, I think, but
witches, haven't you? Witches.
Witches, yes, but that's totally different, I think. But as Beatrice was talking about earlier, that the most interesting angel is Lucifer, because he is actually the reflection of us. Because he's dualistic. He's both. He's or neither. He's neither good or bad. He's just like human. He's the opposite of God or something. And I think in the Bible, he's the incitement to sort of helps us to questioning God and the Bible.
Yes.
And so he's like the mirror that we see ourselves in, so he's the most interesting one, of course. But there are also others. But I never thought of that they're all male names on the angels. Gabriel and what they call Michael. And I'm just referring to Karl-Heinz Stockhausen's opera Licht, where all the angels are present, and the fight is between Michael and Lucifer. So they fight. I don't remember how that ends, but
let's hope it's Michael.
Probably it's Michael. No, it's Stockhausen, so it's probably Lucifer.
Oh, it's Lucifer.
I have actually, it's a really good thing. We're supposed to release this album tonight, the second Kundan. If I said the third, it's because of the heat today. It's out. Music lovers, I will now post the link to the Spotify version of Kundran and the Arctic Light. It's out right now. So there you go. We're live on Facebook. You can start stream like a vivid river. So Lorinas, what's next? Are you having a holiday soon, or are the concerts piling up so we have to play all summer?
Yeah, a few more concerts this and next week, and then we're off for 1 month, and we return in August. But as everybody are so thirsty for music, so quite some other things around. I'm doing quite some commercial music as well, so it's quite busy for me. So it seems good.
Okay. Yeah, sounds great.
At long last.
And Beatrice, will there be any more talks about angels tonight?
Oh no, not tonight. And I don't think I will talk about Lucifer if I'm talking about angels, even if he's very interesting. But even though I will be with little angels, my grandchildren, for the summer, and I love that. Even
That's wonderful.
Fredrik, any grandchildren yet? Great grandchildren's yet?
No, I'm working on it.
You have to.
we have to mention the competition, European Gramophone competition of contemporary music, and Fredrik's fantastic recording of the Rudolfini brothers together with Nils Landgren and Christian Lindberg is doing really well. And we have Matthew Peterson with the Stockholm Saxophone Quartet. We have Sune Mattias Emanuelsson's variations on Hildegard von Bingen. And you're competing right now, actually.
Am I in the lead? Am I in the lead?
I think you could really tell on my that I think you are second right now. To be in the lead.
Okay, then I'm out of here.
Yeah. And Lorenas, I have heard some rumors also that this summer or fall there will be a Kundran festival, a Kundran competition for music lovers to listen to Kundran as much as their ears can take. So I think the Lithuanian National Philharmonic Orchestra, right, will be out there. So it's all streaming. It's all streaming these days, right?
I must say, Lorenas, also it was a pleasure working with because I can honestly say that I didn't shot the video from the concert hall. They came from the state television in Lithuania, I believe. But
okay, you're out of here.
No, it's true. But it was such a pleasure watching all you players in the orchestra. So please say hi to everyone from me.
I will.
You're doing a great job, and it was such a pleasure putting this film together. So
yeah, it was
a
great.
enjoy it.
Yes,
We
and
do.
the performance and the music and the recording is fantastic, really. So thumbs up and tell them all big hugs.
Absolutely.
That's fantastic. Next week, music lovers, we are releasing the one that I was telling you about earlier, the last part of this Kundran trilogy. So until then, don't forget to like our Facebook page, Instagram, and we're also now like the United States of America's president on Twitter. So you won't miss us.
Goodbye then.
Beatrice, thank you so very much for bringing this wisdom to us about the heavens and the angels. And Lorenas, thank you so much, and tell all people we know in Lithuania. Fredrik, long time no see, the guy who came in earlier on. Do you know that guy? Or
never heard of him.
that's fantastic. So anyway, thank you so much and have a fantastic Tuesday night. See you again next week.
Bye.
Bye.